guys. I've gotten a few questions on the 3-1 worksheet, so I just wanted to kind of show you how to think about each of these different kinds of questions. So, the first kind of question would be 1 through 6. So all of these. I need my pen to be smaller, maybe. We'll see. All right. So we need to decide whether they're a linear equation. The linear equations we've seen have been in standard form. So ax plus b y equals c. Both a and b cannot be 0. That is because then we'd have 0x plus 0y equals c equals c, and c could be any number. Alright, well 0 times x is 0, 0 times y is 0, so 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 equals c. Well, c might not be 0, okay? So both a and b cannot be 0, so one of them can be. So we could have just y show up, we could have just x show up, but we can't just have both of them disappear like that. Alright, so I'll write that standard form back up here. Okay, notice that the x and the y, their exponent, can't see it, but it's just a 1, right? If we have an exponent of 1, we don't write it, right? So also notice that the x and the y are being added, right? They're not being multiplied or anything like that. So that's what a linear equation is. So we have to determine whether each equation is a linear equation. All right, so for this equation here, I think the easiest way to determine whether a linear equation is a linear equation is to write it in standard form, right? That's the form we know. So how could I write number 1 in standard form? Well, I need x and y on the same side. So let's leave the x here. I want to move my y's over here. Well, we've talked about this with solving equations. If I want to move my 4y over there, I just subtract 4y from both sides. And so now I have 2x minus 4y equals, well, 4y minus 4y is 0. Yeah, that, all the numbers in front are integers. Both both a and b are not 0. This would be a linear equation. All right, number 2. So I have a y on one side. Looks like I don't have any x's. That would mean that a would equal 0, right? Because 0 times x is 0. But I got a number on both sides. So can I move that 6 so it's over here? Yeah, I just subtract 6 from both sides. And I'm left with y equals 2. This would be, believe it or not, that would be a linear equation where a equals 0, b, the number in front of y, well, isn't that just 1? And then c is 2. Alright, so you're going to kind of do that same thinking for 3, 4, 5, and 6 to determine whether they are linear or not. Oh, come on, darn thing. Alright, so for 10, 11, and 12, so that's what we talked about on Zoom, where you just need to find the x and y intercepts of a linear function. So remember what x and y intercepts are. So that's where you cross the x and the y axis, and then give me those points. Okay, I just need those points. And then, so that's 10 through 12, and then 16, 17, 18, and 19. We need to graph each equation using the x and y intercepts. So remember when we talked about x and y intercepts on Zoom, we said that, so for the x-intercept, okay, it's a point, right? The y is always 0, okay, because our x-intercept is on our x-axis. It's written right there, on the x-axis. So we don't go anywhere in the y direction, so our y is always 0. We can take that value of y then and plug it in up here. So now I have x minus 0 equals 3. Okay, well, x minus 0 is x, so now I have x equals 3. Well, if x equals 3, then that's my x value. So my x-intercept is 3, 0. And then the y-intercepts, right? X is always 0 because it's on the y-axis. So I know my x value is 0. I need to find my y value. So I plug in 0 for x. So let's do that. So I have 0 minus y equals 3. So 0 minus y, I'll just have negative y equals 3. So y equals negative 3. So that is my y value, negative 3. And then I plot the point 0, negative 3. And now I have my x and y intercepts, and now I need to graph the equation. Well, we said it's a linear equation, so it's just a line. And it's going to be the line that goes through these 2 points. So it'd be something like, not really perfect because I'm drawing it on my computer, but like that. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for 16, 17, 18, and 19. I hope this was helpful, guys. Make sure you email me with any questions, and if you're struggling, join me tomorrow morning for our first Saturday morning office hours. If you're drinking your coffee, that's fine. I'll probably be drinking my morning coffee as well, and I look forward to seeing some of you guys.